Hello everyone. I hope that you are very good. And this is the last class for today. I'm gonna, well, I'm gonna start with the class. Uh, Hello everyone. I hope that you are very fine. You are very good. I'm going to start with the class right now. This is a B2 level real English tutor Edu Buenalbam. Planning and startup, developing a business idea. Instructions for class. Participate actively in every activity. You will gain confidence and fluency in English. Practice English daily with music, video, and friends. You will improve faster and speak naturally. Enjoy learning through games, through teamwork, and creativity. You will have fun and remember more, right? So then, the first thing we must do with the students, because the student didn't assist to the class right now, because there were no students that registered in that matrix of assistance, right? So I'm gonna then give this activity to the student. The instruction for this activity is to match each term to its definition. Time challenge with leaderboard. We have here word and definition, right? So we have, for example, investor. What is it? What investor is? A person of an organization that gives money to a business to help it grow, expecting to earn a profit later. That's the meaning for investors. So if this student have to do is to select which one of these one, right? So I have to do this one, this one, this one. If this is correct, I give the feedback to the student. Good job, very good job, excellent working. Now we're gonna pass to the next reading, to the next activity, that is a reading comprehension lecture. How a small idea became a big startup. Clara was tired of buying plastic water bottles every day. One morning, she thought of creating a smart, reusable bottle that could remind people to drink water and help protect the environment. So this is the kind of this is related to the topic we're trying. We tried in previous classes that we're talking about climate change, environment, and so on. But I added to it because I think the student more like to talk about this topic too. But then when the student read it, what I must do is to give the student these questions in order to see the understanding of the student, to analyze the understanding of the students. Then we pass to the next class, the next activity, that is a listening activity. So the student must watch this video and then answer the question below. When we finish this activity, we're gonna to do this grammar activity, future plans for a startup. We're gonna explain every of the example, every of the uses, every of the form, every of the tip. We're gonna discuss about it. I'm gonna explain it to the students. If the student have questions to do or to make, so I'm gonna answer those questions, right? So then we're gonna do a writing time. So we're gonna do a writing time. So we're gonna do is to write 3 sentences corresponding with the given examples of the chart, right? So using, we're going to present continuous. And then we're gonna do a writing, describe your startup idea. Task, write a two paragraphs, from 6 to 8 lines. Describe your startup idea using vocabulary learned, right? So then we're gonna discuss about this starting startup idea, right? Then we're gonna discuss about it. We're gonna do a speaking reflection about the class, about the class startup pitch discussion, right? We're gonna discuss about what the student have made or what is the student have chosen about that startup, right? What you create that business idea, what are the solutions for that? What solution could it result to customers? What are the benefits? And so many other things that are relevant to the topic about. So we're gonna do the finish. The finish stage is to send a student this link and then tell the student if they tell the student or instruct the student to fill out this form, and then we have done the classes, right? So that's all for today because there were no students, so I just give a 3 minute classes because I know it's more than that. Sorry, I forgot it. I forgot it completely because I think it was a chat 101. Sorry for that. I'm gonna explain more time. Well, this is well, what I must do, right, is to the vocabulary, right? I'm gonna explain little by little because there are 15 minutes that I have to do. Well, again, this is a planning and startup development. Sorry for my pronunciation because I had some I a little frustrated. I don't know what happened with me because I suffer anxiousness. I want to I'm taking medicine and I have to sleep more and more because I have not sleep very well. I have not slept very well on this day. I haven't I haven't been sleeping very well in these previous days, right? So what I must do is to give instruction for class, participate actively in every activity. You will gain confidence. That's the idea that the student more be conscious about what they are doing in the class, what they are learning in the class. Then we're gonna do this vocabulary matching. What we must do is to match the vocabulary corresponding with the definition on the right side. Then we're gonna do is a reading how a small idea became a big startup. We're gonna do this lecture and we're gonna answer these questions, right? And then what we must do is to listen these how to start a business in 10 tips, right? If we go to if we go to the link and open it. Let me open it here, right here. Sorry for, oh my god, sorry for that, for the lateness. Me, I'm gonna show the student the video, right? I'm gonna show the student the video. Don't entrepreneurs. 10 tips for starting your own business. That is find your patient, get a plan, something like that, right? That's the background of the topic we're covering. You need a team. That's all companies need a team, right? Because if we don't have a team, how the things how the how can be possible to go ahead with the things that are difficult in the company? For example, in a company, we need administrators, we need content workers, we need engineers. Depend on the I don't know how to say it. Is the es como en español se le dice nicho. In English, it say niche. What kind of niche you want to do or you want to focus on? You want to focus on a niche that is related to food. You need cookers. You need a master chef, whatever. You need a administrator, but this kind of administrator is not common in restaurants. But administrator is more common in high amount, right? It's a lot amount of it. For example, in a company that is related to selling products, that is package that is packaged. They have to know everything, uh, every selling, every spending, every selling of the product they are promoting, right? Then we have the other thing is get some clients, make the contacts, make the contact related to, oh, I want to have a friend, I want to have a customer, but how I can do it. What I, what the things that I must do or I should do is to use social media to expose, make some exposure on the streets, to have advertisement on the street, and then give some many peoples that are passing on the street and give them posters, something like that, or presentation cards to make the people conscious about your more aware about your product, more aware about your service you are doing, right? So that's all. And the student have to answer these questions. I gonna discuss about it, gonna interact with the student in a good manner, in a good way. Then we're gonna do this grammar explanation. I'm gonna give the student some explanation about the use of will, the correct use of will, the correct use of going to, the correct use of present continuous. For example, we have will. Will is more common to use when you are you are in like designing. You are just do decide to do something immediately at the moment you speak. You say, "I want to do it," and you do it. But if you don't do it, you are not using it, but you are speaking it, right? But if you don't use, sorry for the mistake. Will is to is for when you are deciding to do something right now in that moment you speak, and also it is used for predictions because you know that it's gonna rain because the weather is like dark in the sky. There are a lot of clouds, dark clouds in the sky, on the sky, in the sky. So what you must say is, uh, uh, for example, uh, I will I will stay in my house. I will stay in my house because there are some the I don't know. I have to stay. Sorry, I have to stay in my house because there it will rain. So that's that's the use for that. It will rain because you know that there are dark clouds in the sky. You know the weather is so badly. You see that the cause for for that thing, right? Then we're gonna do the going to plans intentions. You do want to want to start, for example, a business, and you say we're going to launch our app soon. We're going to launch our. We are going to start a business because you have a plan intention in your mind, and you say that you are gonna do it. Then you will say for evidence, they are going to look for investors. Evidence is related to just when the plan already exists or is decided. Right? Evidence means that you are like you know the cause for that thing that you would do, right? And then we have, for example, present continuous, fixed arrangements, schedule events, and then you say, I'm meeting the investors tomorrow because you fix arrangement. It's an arrangement, something that you do in the future, not right now, but in the future, right? You see, fix arrangement. For that reason is, por eso que comúnmente se le denomina los, digamos, los acuerdos. Ahora es como a un acuerdo que llegaste y que el día de mañana vas a realizar pues la reunión. Y el schedule event, que es un cronograma, es la agenda de los eventos que vamos a realizar, ¿no? Entonces tú dices, we are presenting at the conference by next week, by tomorrow, for example. And then we are saying, I am meeting the investors tomorrow. Because you llegaste a un acuerdo con esas personas y citaste ese día para realizar una conferencia o un trabajo de cualquier índole. Entonces nosotros, pero debemos especificar el tiempo. Mañana, next week, and so on, right? And then we're gonna have this write three sentences with the corresponding given example of the chart, writing time. This is a writing time, right? When I do these three, the student have to write these three sentences, and then we discuss it about the grammar and so on. And describe your setup idea. Write at your part 6 line, describe your setup idea using vocabulary learn, right? Describe your setup idea, and then we're gonna discuss it by speaking it, right? By discussing it, why you create the business idea, what are the benefits, what solution could it result to customers, and so on. That's a reflection for the thing that the student have created in that specific module, right? And then we have finished. We have finished. We're gonna do is to send this link to the student, and the student have to fill it out, right? And then we're gonna finish the recording class. Now finish. I'm gonna finish. I'm gonna let me see if it was recording it. Yes, it was recording it. Then I'm gonna